I attend the board meetings of 3 or 4 companies regularly, and all of them, the board has initially pushed back on the ORSA. Why do we need this? We've survived for 10, 20, 30 years before without this. Why do we need this? It's just another process to go through.
Most people we see in senior executive levels are wearing 2 or 3 hats right now, and they're exceptionally busy. And the challenge for many of them is to how do they do all this additional regulatory and rating agency work as well as their day-to-day work.
People get a bit scared by regulation and the fact that it is a series of rules, or can be a series of rules, and they worry about ticking all the boxes. But I think because the ORSA is new and is all about the way companies manage and understand their risks, it's almost a bit of regulation that should be inspiring some creativity.
And actually the clue is in the R word, the risk. So it's really understanding all of the things about your business plan which lead to uncertainty.
You can think of it as insurers looking themselves in the mirror and saying, well, what are the key risks that I face? How do I deal with them?
Now, ORSA is more than just a regulatory requirement. It's really a process. It's something that needs to be embedded at all levels of the company.
If you look at it within the context of improving your risk management program and improving your company governance and improving your management, and then just adding a little layer of documentation on top of that, then you can actually get a lot of value.
The ORSA document is an opportunity to document how the board is thinking about the capital we need to carry for the risks that we're taking. We want to integrate the ORSA far more closely into our strategic and financial planning process.
First thing is to analyze the existing, to understand the client structure, then to try to build an ORSA process which will be tailored to the client's needs.
It's not a regulatory template that you complete and submit to the regulator. It's your own risk and solvency assessment. So it's a very personal story to each organisation. And I think because of that is actually a lot more valuable to the company.
A set of accounts, a set of figures are basically telling a story. So I'm an actuary, I'm a mathematician. I look at figures and I'm looking at what's the story underneath these. And telling a story is a good way of getting other people to understand what it is you're trying to do.
You can actually see what is going on in your business, which you might not have been seeing before, because it's providing a framework to clarify aspects of the business.
There were lots of surprises due to this ORSA process, because you have the opportunity to look through your whole entity, which you are outlining in the ORSA.
The challenge for the insurance industry will be to prepare better for the risk of future events. And I think the increased focus on risk management that Solvency II brings, that the ORSA regime brings, should position insurers better for the next big crisis.
If companies are thinking properly about the ORSA, they will be on the lookout for the types of risks that can affect them in the future, rather than just looking in the rearview mirror at the types of risks that may have impacted them in the past.
And so we need clients who are, energetic, looking forward, wanting to change things, not just staying with the status quo.
What insurance companies should be doing is doing more stress and scenario testing, particularly reverse stress testing, to see what can possibly go wrong, what could break the company, and to think when things are going well, try and think about what you would do if things go badly.
Having in place people and a culture that can react dynamically. Well, I haven't seen this risk before, but I know how to deal with it.
It is important for consulting actuary to have access to the whole company, the management, and also the team who will develop the model, because ORSA is not only about the quantitative aspect and developing a model to get a figures, it's also about understanding the internal culture of the company, the management structure.
It's really a facilitative role. It's not about giving them a template or a book to complete. It's about helping them on that journey to create the first process which is going to deliver their ORSA and then help them keep it going thereafter.
Work that we did with Milliman around the culture tool that helps us analyse and understand the culture and identify where we needed to make changes to really develop that culture to work in a more risk-aware way was incredibly useful.